Anyway, coffee. Let's do some coffee. Today we are going to be opening a bag. So, Geek's parents, well, her mum, went to New Zealand via Singapore and various places, or back via, I can't remember if it was back via Singapore or... Anyway, she went to various places. And she wound up in a coffee place and said, in various places, like I think in New Zealand and Singapore, and got me a load of goodies, basically. Got me a load of goodies. And also all the hotels and stuff they stayed in, she kind of like stole a lot of the coffee stuff. Not stole, it's there for you to be used. Yeah, but you know what I mean. She like chucked a load of stuff in the bag. So we've got some coffee, we've got maybe some filters and stuff. We've got a load of stuff. And we're going to be checking those out, basically. We're going to be checking those out. Is my shelf cam working? It is. Good, good. Acquired. I mean, they were there to be used. You paid for the room, right?
Hey there. Just a quick reminder. This is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week, Monday, Friday, and Sundays. Or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
This is the bag of goodies. It came with a ribbon, I think. Coffee Masters. Coffee Masters, 1910, Marrakesh. Talking about a real mocha, a proper mocha pot on there. That's diagram. I don't know what's in here. I looked at it very briefly and I was like, I'll open that on camera. That's a good idea. So we've got some various things. We've got some Epic Coffee Drip. Epic Drip Coffee. This is one of those coffee bags you stick on top of the mug and it like folds out. So it's a built-in filter thing. That's the Summit Roast. So this is New Zealand. Adventure Ready. New Zealand made. Best before next month, so we better do this at some point. Yeah, I have no further information. We have to look up what that is. So that's that one. And then we have another one of those, drip coffee. This one's Old Road Roast. Again, there's not much information on what type of coffee it is. Like, is it a dark roast? Don't know. And then we got Expedition Roast. So we got 3 of those from New Zealand. Not sure if we'll do those today. What else we got in here? We've got freeze-dried coffee supreme. Oh, yes. It's a tiny little sachet. Looks like it's instant coffee if it's freeze-dried. Café del Sol brings you only the finest tasting freeze-dried coffee from around the world. This is also New Zealand. Well-rounded coffee blended from a selection of our favorite beans. So it's just going to be an instant coffee from the hotel, probably. Use the ribbon for your present. That was it. Yeah, okay. So there we go. We have some instant coffee there. I'm leaving the big thing to last. We've got disposable drip coffee filters. A box of 30. This is from the Batcha Coffee place. Made in Japan, of natural plant-based materials. They're just, oh wow, they're coffee filters. Fill it with 10 to 12 grams of ground coffee. Disposable filters. Like, so they're these, but without the coffee. That's handy, that is really handy. Right, yeah, there's, oh wow, okay. That's cool. Actually, I'm really liking that because that means I can, like the AeroPress, I could just take these on the go. It's good for camping and stuff. Oh yeah. Right, well there's them. Now we got some smaller things in here. We've got a booklet with nothing in it. I'm guessing something's falling out of that. Just information on the company. We have some medium roast instant. We have some decaffeinated instant. We have some sugar coffee crystals. Wait. Why is it called coffee crystals? So, we got some sugar those though. We got 2 of those. Freeze-dried coffee by Bloom. Premium roast. 1.5 grams, 1 cup apparently. Not really much information on that, just instant roast. We got 2 of those. Another medium roast. And then, the big thing that came from this place is wapow. Wapow. The big box of coffee, which is actually in a nice tin. It's actually in a really nice tin. Ethiopian coffee by the looks of it. Right, let's see what it says on here. It's Batcha coffee. We got Arabica beans. Yurgatchefe. I really can't read that word, but there we are. Heirloom coffee. 250 grams of it. It's Ethiopia. Let's see what it says on the back. Strength is a 1 out of 5, so I don't know if they mean strength or they mean light roast, because people get that different. The finest high-grown coffee in Ethiopia. This washed harvest is shade-grown in ideal conditions that yield beautifully ripened beans, with delicate notes of lemongrass, cane sugar, and bergamot. This coffee roast is a medium body and a bright acidity. Yeah, that's definitely going to be like a lighter roast by the sounds of it. Interesting. That is interesting. Does it have like a sell by, use by date? Oh, by October next year. Wow, so these last a while. Is there a production date? No, not that I can see. Oh, should we open that? I don't know what to do today. What should we do today? It's a nice box, it certainly is. What shall we do today? Because we could do like some of these things. Like, should we try one of these? Should we try one of the filters with one of my other coffees? I've got 3 coffees open at the moment, that's the problem. And if I open more, I don't want to open this big box when I've got 3 other coffees open really. But that's apparently, it must be like vacuum packed inside. I reckon there's going to be a vacuum pack. It's not going to be just in the tin. So it's probably in a standard coffee bag in a tin. So I'm wondering if we leave that for next week or until I've like finished this. Because I've got, let's see, we still got this stuff I'm going through. I got the rest of that. I got the rest of that. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So I'd like to get through these before I open that, or at least one of these. So what I'm thinking today, now, is how about, which one of these is older? Oh, they're the same. How about we do some of that in one of these, and maybe an instant. Maybe an instant. Should we try one of these premium roasts? There we go, that's what we'll do. And we shall save this for when we're running low. I mean, I could put them in the freezer and stuff and whatnot, but let's not waste coffee. Let's not have coffee go stale. We shall keep that in the background there. There we go. Right. Well then, how do we do this? So these disposable drip filters. It's got a nice little handy opening mechanism. Oh God. Oh, I've ruined that. Why aren't you ripping? Oh no, I can't. Easy access, really hard to open. There we go. Nope. 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 Speed is what I needed. There we go. So we got one of these. Yeah, it's basically exactly the same sort of coffee bag filter thing. Right, let me get a mug. And then that'll sit on top. We'll do some grinding. So it says, fill the filter with 10 to 12 grams of ground coffee. Literally no information about how ground it should be. What sort of coarseness? I guess it's up to your preference. It's kind of like the AeroPress is up to your preference. If it's a filter, I will go a little bit coarser. Just a teeny bit. Actually, yeah, no, that should do, that one. Right, so we got 10 to 12 grams, which is about an AeroPress size. That's 14 grams. 12 exactly. There we go. That's how we got planned for today. Anything interesting? Right, kettle's boiling. So what you do with these is you rip them across the top there to create the opening, and then you grab the little, so there's a little like a hook, and you pull, and that didn't open because for some reason. I bet the perforated bit is like, come on. Maybe it's misaligned. Maybe I didn't rip it in the right way. I need to be able to grab either side. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's like the seam, the bit where they like pre-cut it. Was a teeny bit lower than where they told me to rip. That might be a manufacturing thing, that might have been my fault. So yeah, you pull it out, it creates a little bag, as you can see on the top-down camera. Little filter, which hooks over the side of any mug, like so. So, little hooks on the side, you on top. It goes a little bit, like 3/4 deep in there. I don't know if you can see that. So the bottom will probably be in the water. Now this is an interesting part because I've got to try and get all of this in there without spilling it. So Slowly does it. Because you could easily get grounds in the side here, so. Very odd that you have these filters separate, but useful. Very useful, but very odd. I've never seen that before. All right. And then, as per instructions, just fill it with water. Should we try and do a little bloom? There we are. Can you see that on the top-down camera? Yes. You see. And you've just got to keep pouring, I think, until you have the desired amount of water. Because that won't be enough water for the whole mug. And it's not too fast, but it's also not too slow. You just gotta slowly go down. Maybe not fill it too much because it'll start coming out. The whole point is the weight of it should also be helping. It doesn't give you anything like amount of water to stick in, so it's just how much you want in the cup. Right, so that's reached the bottom of the bag now, in terms of water in the mug. So I want a little bit more, so I'll do one last time. It'll probably get to some sort of equilibrium. There we are. See, that's almost at the top there. So the water's not going to filter out as easily, but I will give it a moment. It's pretty cool, yeah. Yeah. Whoever came up with this sort of filter is genius. Great idea. And that's it. We'll let it drip slightly onto the side. Last bits of coffee, and then that can just be like a tea bag. It's you know, it's biodegradable and all that. Oh, it's a lot of water dripping out, but that'll do. Job done. You see how much? Okay, no, it doesn't swell too much, but there we are. Coffee. Now, obviously, this is a coffee I've got, and I know the taste of. But this is a different method of doing this. This would be kind of like me doing a pour over, but it's a little bit smaller. So that would have been about 12 grams to 220, maybe it's about an 18 to 20. No, it's not. It's about a 2 to, wait, well, hold on. Yeah, 18 to 20 to 1 sort of. So anyway, so it's around about the pour over sort of level of 18 to 1 ratio. If I've calculated that right in my brain. 18, 19, 20-ish to 1. Then, when it's not exact science because I don't know how much water I put in. Ooh. Now it's less because I usually put 14 grams in the AeroPress. But it's about the same amount of water, but it's a bit less. I mean, that's just how that coffee tastes. It's tasty. It's tasty coffee. Put some milk in it. We'll see. It's very hot. It's a bit weak. If anything, I would put more grounds into it. Or maybe I need to grind finer. That might be it. I might need to just grind finer. My hair is being very annoying today. Yeah. I mean, it's a decent coffee. It reminds me very much of my of doing it like a pour over. I can't remember if I've done this one as a pour over, but it's very much like that. Yeah, I'll let it cool off a little bit. It's a little bit hot. Pretty good coffee, no complaints. Nothing outstanding about it. But you know, when you're on the go, camping, out and about, I mean, that's really good for camping, isn't it? It's all contained within one thing. I probably getting 30 of them is cheaper than getting the individual sachets with the coffee built into it. You know, it's probably a cheaper way of doing it. But I didn't know they sold those separately. That's cool. It's very cool. Very cool indeed. I shall keep that in mind for when I go camping or whatever. It takes up less room than an AeroPress. Right. What to do now? Shall we move on to an instant coffee? So, instant coffee. We've got freeze-dried instant coffee from New Zealand called Bloom. I'll see if I can find any information up on this. Bloom coffee. Oh, it's just one of those standard ones that are always in hotels. Yeah. Yeah. It's literally just one of those standard. So I have no idea what I'll get out of this. I have no idea what I'll get out of this. But it's just one of those standard ones that you get in hotels. Which is fine, because actually, I mean, I know I complain about instant coffee, but instant coffee is, you know, it's good. It's meant to taste good. It's meant to be quick, it's easy. I often, when I'm in a hotel, will have just instant coffee if I've forgotten to bring all my coffee stuff and there's no coffee shops nearby. It does the job. It's because all it is freeze-dried coffee. They make the coffee as you normally would. They spread it out on a huge conveyor belt, stick it through a freeze-dry freezer thing, and it just like quick freezes it, and then they break it up. They dehydrate it, so it reduces a lot of the water content in it, I think. That's part of that process. So they do a dehydration, so it becomes like a really thick coffee, sort of almost syrup-like. It's not quite syrup-like, but you know what I mean. It goes all thick, and then they freeze dry it, which is why when adding water doesn't dilute it, because they've already dehydrated it and removed all the water out of it. So, and they do it in such a quick way that hopefully the taste isn't affected. And I know past few decades or so, they've really perfected the instant coffee sort of, where they can get more premium sort of instant coffee. So, hey, nothing wrong with it. It does the job. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. As I say, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I do. I like when people come to visit and like they want a coffee. I'm like, do you want an instant coffee or do you want like a proper coffee? And they're always like, oh, I don't want anything too strong. Well, what do you mean by strong? Fine, just have instant. It's easier. It's like it's a well-known sort of thing, instant, where proper coffee is. Well, there's so many flavors. There's so many strengths. People are scared by it. Right, we've got 1.5 G's in here. And if someone is starting out on coffee, instant's probably better because it tends to taste less harsh on the coffee flavors, more sweet. It's tending to be sweeter and easier because it's meant to appease the masses, you know. It's reliable. Yeah. And all the instant coffees do taste slightly different, but they're all like done in the same way. Right. What I would normally do for an instant coffee, if I was making an instant coffee, I would put the coffee in first. I would add the milk in second, mix it up, because I don't want the hot water to what I would say is burn the coffee. But it's not burning the coffee, but I'm not going to do that because I want to taste it black first. So you could add cold water first, I guess, but fuck that. We're going straight in. Also, I'm more likely to have sugar with instant coffee as well. Right. Scald. Yeah, sure. I guess it won't. It shouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe it's my brain. Maybe it's a mentality thing. It's got an interesting smell. It's come all the way from New Zealand. Oh, that's very weak. Oh, it doesn't taste too bad. It's standard instant. It's standard instant. I'm gonna add some milk so I can drink it a bit quicker. That's standard sort of instant. See if it tastes any better with milk. Yeah, tastes alright. It's just instant coffee. No overpowering coffee flavor. No mind-blowing sort of flavors in it. It's just tastes very generic, little sweet, bit weak. If I'm honest, probably would have put in a bit more of the instant granules in to a cup this size. Maybe I made it too much water in there, but pretty standard stuff. Yeah, it's got a little bit roundness to it, but that's about it. There's nothing special there. It's not horrible. It's not my favorite type of flavor. Again, it's very generic and it will do. It would do if I had to have it. It's your standard hotel instant coffee. There we go. That's the best way to describe it. Compared to a good cup of coffee, that's got so many more flavors to it. Oh, I got some fruit in that one. Oh my god. What's this one meant to be smelling and taste like? Because god damn it, I can taste something. Oh, going from one to the other is like night and day. That is so weird. Maybe I should drink instant more often so I can appreciate the good stuff. Oh, they stopped selling this one. Past coffees, there we go. So this is meant to taste of red currant stone fruit. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of fruitiness in this one. Oh, probably red currants. I'm probably tasting red currants there. Oh, compared to the instant, that's so much different. Maybe I should do that every week. I should have just a boring instant coffee as a palate cleanser. But yeah, it's the instant. It does the job. Just not my preference. My taste buds have been enlightened by other coffees since. And it's a very expensive hobby. Instant is very cheap. Very cheap. There you go. That's pretty much it for coffee time. I mean, I'm not going to make any more coffee because I think 2 mugs is my max today. But yeah, we got quite a bit to go off with the gifts. We'll do a couple more next week. Yeah, nothing really more to say on that. Nothing really more to say. Thank you for watching Coffee Time.